court's on Smalls. Step back by Roberson. Williams. Six to shoot. Nash, a free lane.
Nash has made the last couple of big plays offensively. It's a good timeout. This possession so critical. Down one for Christy Curry. She wants to make sure they don't take a bad shot like they did in the last possession.
When you mentioned Nash and the way she hadn't been a huge factor, when you mentioned it, I thought, you know what, there's still plenty of time for her.
Texas Tech is switching on everything. Here's the switch right here. And Roberson, who opens up expecting that Murphy's going to take that switch. Murphy just reaches in with her hands, doesn't move her feet, and it allows Kat Nash the ability to get all the way to the rim.
Suddenly you look up and she has a dozen in the game.
Yeah, she had 5 when we said she needed to make some plays, and then all of a sudden she's made some. And that's her versatility that I said on display when Kiara Mallard went out of the game. Because what Kat Nash can do is she's one of the best three-point shooters in the entire country. And she can get her threes off in many different ways. But she also has the size to go inside and invert to the block. Gail Gestencourse has done a great job with her personnel, putting them in positions where they can be successful.
1 point Texas lead, a minute and a half. Ashton.
Ashton with the 3? Was that a 3?
You got it. Reed trying to silence it. Wouldn't fall.
I'm still thinking about the 3 off the timeout. What a call by Christy Curry.
Under a minute to play. 71-69, Lady Raiders. 7 to shoot. Stolen away. Raven created. And Reed gets the loose ball. Foot net to the window. Williams on the weak side. Gets it back, scores, wave it off. Jump ball.
I didn't like the decision by Fontenette there to take it all the way. They got a break with an offensive rebound. Look at Williams in perfect position, running the floor hard. They call a jump ball. I think Texas Tech was looking for a travel.
Longhorn timeout, down 2. We're back to that three-pointer. I don't know if you and I could have predicted that.
She's a 57% three-point shooter. It's the drive by Murphy. You can't see her, but she's spotted up like a perimeter player, Ashton. How about that? What confidence in the freshman to take that shot with this game on the line.
Her second field goal of the game. 38.5, 17-second differential here. 2-point Tech advantage.
I have been impressed with Texas Tech's game planning coming in here, having a chance to experience the whole Texas Tech prep yesterday, practice, film session, all the behind the scenes, the access that Christy Curry gave me so that I could continue to expand what I do. I'm very impressed with how she preps, her staff's involvement, the way their kids are focused. She's in total command. They understand. It was clear to me what was expected of them. And they drill it every day.
Yep. Fourth season, 61 wins here in Lubbock for Christy Curry. They got a shot to go 2-1 to start the Big 12 season.
When Texas does not want to fall to 0-3, picked second in the league. Played Texas A&M at home, lost on the road to Nebraska. Nothing is easy. Never in this league.
Another timeout, Texas basketball.
I'm looking for Cokie Reed right here, and then an offensive rebounding opportunity.
Nash pops out. 8 to shoot. Fontenette pulls up and hits.
Huge. That's a much better decision by Fontenette. Now you go for the last shot with an opportunity to offensive rebound. Christy Curry's going to call timeout. Sometimes Gail Gestencourse will change her defense. I think they were in the man. I expect them to stay in the man.
Tied at 71. What a big shot.
What a huge, huge game for both of these teams. And we talked about it at the beginning. Is it too early to call this a must-win? I say absolutely not for Texas. Fontenette is going to come off the Cokie Reed screen right here. It's a great screen, enough to clip Smalls. And Murphy, who doesn't step out and hedge, sags in the paint. Cokie Reed can make you lose daylight now. She can take you out on a screen.
Fontenette now with 14 in the game on 6 of 12. And a good look at Reed.
It's got to be Murphy or Roberson. They have been clutch all game.
They have combined for 46. Final 15 seconds, tied at 71.
I'm not sure Murphy's going to give it up right here.
Murphy from Martin to Millian Martin with 4 seconds. Fontenette has it, 1 second. Desperation. Overtime in Lubbock.
I'm surprised Jordan Murphy gave it up. I'm not sure Martin was who it was designed for. Christy Curry went over late game situations with her team yesterday in practice. You over-penetrate right here. You need to pull up. Cokie Reed has bottled things up and stuffed the last 2 trips you over-penetrated into the paint. Now this is new life, and I'm telling you right now, this extra session favors Texas because Mallard has 4 fouls, and she's gone. Mallard is out. Cokie Reed has 4 fouls. But I don't believe that Texas Tech has anybody to guard Cokie Reed right now.
Gale has 4. You have alluded to it. This is only game number 3 in the Big 12, but you could go 3, 4, 5 weeks from now, go back and circle this one, whether you end up losing or winning it.
I want to say something about Texas A&M right now and Gary Blair's team. What a fantastic job he and his staff have done. They've always been great defensively, but they can score from all 5 positions. Right now, Texas A&M leads the Big 12 in scoring and in field goal percentage. That's never happened. They've never finished the year at the top of those 2 categories. They've always been a grinded out team. I might even say this. Gary Blair's team is more talented than his Final Four team that went into the Final Four at Arkansas in 1998. Now, will they win and go all the way to the Final Four? I don't know. I'm not saying that right now. What I'm saying is they have more talent.
We're going to find out something tomorrow. On the road in Norman, part of our doubleheader. Got Nebraska and Baylor before it. Big weekend of Big 12 women's basketball. We start overtime. Texas gets possession number 1.
Look for the high-low game. Trying to post up Ernie Williams on a smaller perimeter defender.
And she goes to work against Martin. Boy, you saw the contact. You knew the whistle was going to come.
Well, Williams keeps posting, and if she doesn't work hard to post up and get position inside, that foul doesn't get called. Martin is undersized in there trying to defend. Martin's 5'6". Ernie Williams is 6'1".
Williams, 13 points. 3 of 3 at the line today. Texas by 2. Opening 30 seconds of overtime.
Absolutely, Ashton should take that.
Off glass this time, Reed clears.
Well, she hit the last one, but you can see why she's not known as a 3-point shooter. You don't bank it from that angle.
Whistle away from the ball as Murphy crashed to the deck. Offensive foul against Williams.
Murphy steps in, draws a charge. Now, that sort of play happened last year here that Texas believes cost him, or part of the reason that cost him the game. the ball. George.
Number 10, Raven.
Now Raven commits one. It's 4 on Raven. Gale and Raven each with 4, and again, Sierra Mallard for Texas Tech fouled out with 4:14 left in regulation. One and 2 for Murphy. 22 points for Murphy. Raven shows herself inside, goes strong, got blocked. Nash comes away.
What a play. How does that not get tied up inside?
Here's Smalls. Martin steps into it. Front iron.
And Martin has not hit one of those all afternoon.
Smalls knifes inside. Williams to the deck. And it goes Texas's way. See the emotion from Roberson.
Right now, Texas Tech needs to collect. Christy Curry does not want to burn a timeout right here. Where's the defense? You can't over-penetrate. You've got to pull up. Remember the old dotted line that used to be in the paint? Pull up and stick the jumper.
Williams, 32.
3.5 in overtime.
Texas Tech has 2 timeouts. Texas has 1 remaining. Assuming that the board is right.
If indeed, I believe your assumption is correct, and both teams shooting 2 on every free throw opportunity. Williams, as I mentioned, didn't get to play in Lubbock each of the last 2 years. He's made it count here today.
See, I like the substitution by Christy Curry because Martin is struggling outside the arc, and Bokenkamp is a lethal 3-point shooter. But you're putting a freshman on the floor in this environment, hoping that she can make a play.
0 for 2 at the line for Williams. They say it's going to stay with Texas. And now they change it, and that is the correct call. It goes to the Lady Raiders. Williams, the effort, missed both free throws, but tried to tap it out just a little bit too much and knocked it out of bounds.
Nash on Bokenkamp. Try to run her off some screens.
Ashton. Push on the floor.
Shot selection has been so good all game for Texas Tech, but in the last minute of regulation and into the overtime, questionable players taking shots. Where is Murphy and Roberson? They need to demand the basketball. The game is on the line. Your seniors have made plays for you all game.
Yvonne Anderson, 3 in a row missed at the line for Texas.
For Kobe Reed, in for the Lady Raiders, number 1 Jordan broadcast so far, Marissa Ashton.
10 of 14 now for Texas. 1 of 2 for Anderson. (74-72) under 3 to play. Murphy on Fontenette. Murphy.
That's what I'm talking about right there. It's been there for Murphy all game.
Nash. Bokenkamp there to close out. Now she closes out on Fontenette. Shot clock under 10.